Good morning, everyone. My name is István Görgei, and I would like to present for you today CRM ServiceNow related content. And I would like to start with a short introduction. I hope that you can see my screen and you can see just a brief summary about my professional career. In the past decade, I focused on project portfolio management, but I had multiple roles in business development and also in marketing. But my core knowledge is on project portfolio and strategic portfolio management. Currently, I'm the head of service and strategy and alliances for Capture. So my responsibility is to figure out our vision and to settle partnerships and business relations together with other ServiceNow partners and other vendors. But we slowly focus on ServiceNow. I have such an experience with multiple CRM tools because mostly I use them like a user. So you can see here listed that I have experience with InsightLayer, Airtable, Monday.com, and Zoho CRM, which are, let's say, the small and medium business related supporting CRM supporting tools. But I also have quite a bit knowledge on Microsoft Dynamics, HubSpot, and Salesforce. And this is why I'm here today, because I want to showcase you in a short demonstration what is the CRM offering for ServiceNow. And that's a quite new story. So they released it a year ago, and basically I would like to highlight my understanding about the product, and I would like to also demonstrate how does it look like from the core and pure CRM capability perspective. However, I brought you today a use case where I will open a case and create all the related code fields, and I will do the ordering in the system, and I will also trigger the field management. I will talk a little bit later about the exact demo flow, and later on I would like to just highlight the common pitfalls what we see on the market around CRM, and I will quickly showcase our value offering around CRM. And at the end, you will have the possibility to ask your questions, but not just at the end. So I would like to tell you that we have this Q&A button inside Teams, and you can ask questions. And at the end of the session, I will come back to those and I will try to answer them. So this is how we can communicate. And you will see in the chat and here at the right side of the screen that we have forms as well available, which is a really important tool for us to hear your voice about the webinar, not just about the webinar quality, but we have several topics what we highlighted inside that form. And you can tell us what is the most important and interesting topic around CRM, what you would like to see, and we can prepare another webinar session or sessions to showcase those use cases or functionalities what you would like to see. So this is why I want to have this filled up. You can find it in the chat as well. So please scan the QR code and fill up our forms. So yeah, a little bit about Capture, because maybe you are not familiar with our company. So Capture is a company which we founded in 2009, and at the beginning we focused project portfolio management implementation, but with a different vendor. Then we got our application development team or testing team, and later on a resource services team. And currently, inside Capture, we are slowly focusing on ServiceNow and ServiceNow related offerings. We have our implementation services, which is really a thing where you can get the solution and you can have it up and running. We have a really unique solution where we have 280 freelancers just focusing on ServiceNow and with ServiceNow experience in our active resource pool. And those experts can help you in any time. So this is a combination of two kind of work flows or work force, let's say, that we have our internal architecture knowledge and the implementation team, and we can easily find for any kind of project or situation experts who can help you to go ahead with your existing or new implementations. And the third thing, what we started to develop this year, that's AI workforce. So as a customer, if you did your implementation later, a few years later, you can figure out that I do not want to work together with a partner any longer. We need externals who can help us to really maintain the system or improve it. But if you will reach that maturity point that yes, we need to reduce the cost, that you will automate your processes and you will implement the so-called AI workforce on your system. And this is what we can offer as well. Basically, this is like an external or an internal with a job description who can help you to go ahead with your daily operation. And the fourth pillar, what we have in our methodology or in our service portfolio, there's the managed service, which is actually covering all. So we can figure out a situation where if we review your modules, I don't know, like ITSM, where you have the highest maturity and you need AI workforce for that, but you have SPM with a lower maturity where you need implementation services, and you have ITOM at place as well where you need just resources. We can combine everything together, and this is what we call like a managed service where we want to support you from those three different angles. So this is it about Capture. From implementation service portfolio perspective, you can see here that we have ITSM, SPM, EA, ITOM, ITEM, and CSM as well, where we really have focused knowledge. That's the SPM and EA. This is where we have the portfolio items. And you miss here the CRM part. So this is something where I see the biggest potential currently on the ServiceNow market, and this is where we are about to develop our services. We already started this work, and we are at the end. I will tell you where we are with that one, but where we would like to grow and go ahead. So CRM. What is CRM exactly? So this is a slide from ServiceNow just to understand the core concept. Because if I think about the CRM, what I used, as we had the lead and opportunity management and the configure, price, and quote items in those CRMs, but order fulfillment, that's missed a bit. Customer service is totally out in most of the solutions, and field service management is absolutely no available tool with that capability. So those are the new elements what we can cover with ServiceNow and with the actual platform. And this is why it's really important to handle CRM on ServiceNow like with a different mindset, because that's not just about the support your sales operation. This is about the whole value stream, how you actually deliver, implement, and service your customers with your products and services. So this is really important, and we have at the end of the loop this customer success and renewals, and this is how we can cover the full process of the value stream. And this is really important to understand. It's different than the actual enterprise-related or small and medium business-related CRM technologies or services. And what ServiceNow did, and what I like the most, that they have dedicated offerings and solutions for all industries. So basically, that's really important to understand that if we enable a CRM solution on your platform, we can easily select what is your industry, and then we can use industry-specific use cases and scenarios on the platform. So today we will check a telecommunication use case, and with this telecommunication use case, I would like to introduce to you the CRM capabilities. As I mentioned before, we will see the pure and core CRM functionalities. We will touch a little bit the customer service and the field service management as well. And today I won't use that much AI, just to showcase you actually what manually possible, or just a set of possibilities, let's say. But I won't use that much the AI functionality. I have a longer version of this demo, but yesterday I demoed it for myself, and I figured out it's already 45 or minutes or an hour. So next time we can go ahead with the AI related functionalities. If you are interested, please let us know in our form. So let me go to my development system, and I hope that I can do this. So just a moment, I need to open my browser. Yes, it's coming. And now I'm sharing my screen again. Hopefully everyone can see my browser window right now. And today what I brought to you, it's a really easy story. I currently impersonated my admin user to have a sales colleague, sales role available on the screen. So currently I logged in with the sales colleague, and this is my screen. What I can see at the very beginning, I can see new orders, open task, whatever. And from the list here, at the left side, I can see the open leads on my name. And they created or pre-created an open lead for this demo. And this simulates a new incoming web contact from George Warren, who is working for the company called Boxio, and they would like to have a new business internet. And this is what we will review together, just to showcase to you that we have tons of other menu points here out of the box, like the customer, the interactions, the billing, the lead to cash process, the leads, the opportunities, the sales forecast, the quotes, and the sales agreements. This is what we will touch today. But I will come back to this list and open this lead. So basically what you can see here, that we have some details field. We can define here the customer, we can define here the industry, some additional information, the address of the customer, and system informations. I can also add here some catalog items even for the lead. So I can add here products and services, and those can appear in the line items. We can have some work notes here, and just recognize that we have the possibility to compose emails here, and we can see the activities at the right side of the screen. So the overdue task, the upcoming task, and emails. So this is the core functionality what we have on the lead. And I have the possibility to convert the lead to an account which is what I want to do because Boxio is already an account for us, and it will open a new pop-up, and hopefully, if my internet works correctly, it will appear. Yeah, so I can select the existing customer, and we select Boxio. I can select the existing contact. Basically, this is where I can address George Warren. It will pre-fill the email from the system, and I can create a new opportunity with some settings what I can put here. And the opportunity now is created, and I can open it in a new tab on my dashboard. So you can see here that I have the lead and the opportunity next to each other. So this is my opportunity now. And with the opportunity, I have the possibility to upload more information about the current deal. And I can add here as well catalog items, allocate resources to these, create more tasks, whatever. What I would like to do, that's exactly create a code just to showcase you the functionality of the catalog. So the code is created, and sales is ready to fill up the actual pricing and informations about our financial offer. And I have here the possibility to enable sync, which means that if I do something on the opportunity, it will sync to the quote as well. So I can have all the information in sync together. I won't do this now, but this is a possibility. What I can do, that I can enable sales agreement as well, which is important because this is something like a period, and I must set the sales agreement dates as well. And yeah, first of all, the channel partner. Yes, and sales agreement as well. I think, yes, the end date must set up for the sales agreement. And here I will have an end date like the week after the next week. So this is important because then the sales have the possibility to maybe create a discounted price for a limited time, a limited offer for the customer, and I can save this record, and therefore my new catalog item will have this kind of option to actually put discounts on just for limited time for the customer. So basically what we can see here is a short catalog item about the products and services what we can offer to the customer. And what I want to do, that's to find the business internet, and this is what I can offer to the customer. Just a moment. Yeah. It's a little bit slow, but it's coming. Sorry about my demo system. I really fine-tuned it to have, maybe that's easier if I put it here. Yeah, dedicated business internet, and I can click on customize. And here, what I have, I can set up basically the settings for this product or service. This is where the solution can offer a lot. So CPQ, configure price and quote module, is really, really sophisticated. This is what you can also put onto your website, onto your CMS, content management system, and the users have the possibility to add their own products and create their own quotes. Basically with this functionality. This is what we can also demo, because we can add so much more here, like a full auto configuration or car configuration, like a laptop configuration, whatever. So this is really powerful. If I add this to my code, it will appear under the line items, and under the line items, I see the dedicated internet connection, and we have a calculated price here with the price tags and everything together. And what I must do here is to submit it for approval. And after that, I can close this opportunity and quote. And what I must do is to create the sales agreement, what we talked about. Basically, the sales agreement where I can put some discounts on the actual quote. So the sales agreement is here, and I can set it up with the different sales agreement lines and attached or related pricing list. So this is important in our case. This will disappear later because we do not have the possibility for the customer to keep it as long as it wants. So basically, that's it about our sales role. And let me impersonate another user before we continue. And I will use now John Miller. And John Miller is, sorry, not John Miller is the next step. Currently, I need to log in with George Warren because George Warren is our business stakeholder or business user who must accept this solution. And basically, what I must do, that I should come from the business portal. So I changed the access to the business portal for the business user. And this is a totally dedicated screen for our business stakeholders, let's say our customers. Our customers can come in and monitor services, what they have, all their requests, all their resources, all their currently available products. But they have the possibility as well to select our product catalog. And this is important because here we will have the dedicated business internet available with the customer related price list or with the customer related setup. So if they need this business internet connection for multiple locations, then they could have a different price tag, of course, and sales can put this together. What I can do here from George perspective, I can add this this product to my cart. And after that, I have the possibility to order and proceed to checkout with this item. And here are all the normal things. I can accept the terms and conditions. I can add the shipping details. And later on, I can review everything together, and I can submit my checkout. So this is the core functionality what we can do from George perspective. And let me go back to the system, to the main system, and this is when we will do the setup with George Miller, because John Miller, sorry, John Miller is our key fulfillment officer, and he will check how to fulfill this order coming from George. Yes, and basically you can here see the same screen what we had before, but I will open now the open orders, and you can see here a new order for book CEO with George Warren. This is what we submitted previously. If I open this order, I have the possibility to review the order. What is it inside? I can see the customer information here. I can see basically every key information that I must know about this customer and the order, and I can approve this order. If I approve the order, yeah, I need to set up the start and end date for the contract. But to be honest, I must set up the start date because the system knows that this is a 1 year term for this contract. and now I can have the possibility to approve it. Basically, what I did, that I created this order and accepted this order in our system. And under the order tasks, the system automatically created a lot of tasks what we need to perform just to go ahead with this sales order. And this is the point where you can see other items from our organization, not just sales organization involved in this delivery process. You can see that FSM, so field service management, is involved. You can see that hardware asset management is involved, and you can see that the telecom network team also involved in this kind of situation. And it's really important to oversee those items. And what I can do, just for the sake of the fast demo, I can click here to execute jump, which is basically closes all the task. But I would like to showcase you one situation, what we can do here. And let me open the design, TNI design solution for CFS. And here, if I open this task, we can see that, sorry, not this one. If I come back to this list, domain controller, activate GPO and data access. And this is where we can see all the information about the tasks. And we will try to execute all the tasks. So first of all, I will activate this component, and those which can be automatically triggered by the system will be closed, and we will have some open which we cannot really close with some automation. So this is where we have those items. So I will open now Samsarma with Samsarma, who is the network inventory manager, a new screen, and I will do the network registration for the user. So Samsarma will log in, and after this, this is purely a telecommunication, let's say, action, what we can trigger here. But we will see that this is something what we can implement for every single customer, for every single use case. This is a so-called playbook activity here, and we can set up here basically now a logical connection between two physical internet interface, let's say. But this is possible for everything else. So if I mark the first step complete, you can see that we can go ahead with some logical sets, and we can set up a lot of information. And here I must select INET section. Yes, mobility, then continue. And here I can set define endpoints. Yeah, we should go to the next screen. Yes, start site. And this is going to be my start site. And I will set up the demo equipment and the start interface. That's gonna be empty. The end site is the Dallas office, and this is the Dallas office for the end customer, and the end equipment is this one. Later, if I would continue the demo, but we won't have that much time for it, and then we could track down a business problem on this router, which is an AI functionality, and we can find out that we have a problem with this router, a physical router, and somehow we must repair it. And this is this is why we need to set up like this. We won't add any protection. We won't add any specific numbers. So I will just skip those Yes, I will skip this one. And at the end, I must address some physical connection settings. Yeah. Yeah, that's coming. And here we will address some physical connections. This is important to set it like this is in the inventory for us. And after that, it will be a live connection. I will support it like Samsarma. Yes. And the group will be yeah, Walker technician, sorry. Then mark complete. So this is how we could set up the logical interface for a new router for the customer. And hopefully, if we set everything correctly, we will get to the review and submit, and we can submit this need, and basically we can have a new information on this pre-created incident or change, sorry. So on this change, we have this new information, and I can close this change. No, I cannot close it there. Yeah. So if I click on save, yeah, network site, this is what I must set up. And install us. Yes. And save it. And then we are ready to go. Design complete and closed. So yeah, close code and close note. It's good that it is telling me that I must close those as well. So this is how we can create or complete those actions what we must complete under or different task inside the order. So I will come back to our original user for John Miller, and John Miller will have the possibility to actually track again the order. We still have it open here on the top, and we can see here that the order tasks started to go ahead, and we will have an FSN open, which one is pretty important for us because this is where we have a work order under this closing task, and this work order is added to our for FSM, so field service agent. So here we can see that this is waiting, and we have a work order task under this installation activity. And we have here that we can see here that Teddy Taylor is assigned to this activity. So here we have the possibility to open with Teddy Taylor and do the last steps to install actually the device. I will log in from my mobile phone. Hopefully you will see my screen now. Hopefully, so I have it in my hand. Yes, and from my work, you will see my mobile phone user interface. I have this kind of flippable Google phone, so this is why it's a little bit wider. It's better to see, but for a field service agent, this is a perfect tool, I think. And here we can see our tasks, we can see our schedule, we can see a lot more about my equipments, about all the items what I need to order from the company to do this kind of installation. But I have here this task, And I can come into this task and I can see that I have currently this activity open for me, that the account is Boxio. I can contact George Warren to do this installation. I have a location set here, and I have a scheduled start. And I can actually track back the activities. I can check the related items about this, and I can see all the SLEs, what we need to achieve. I can see the related parts and related lists. Here I can order those parts, what I need. I can remove parts. I can set parts requirements. So I can do a lot. And what I must do at the beginning, I must accept this activity, and I can also log my travel. So if you can see at the bottom of the screen, I can create the start travel activity, because if I'm an external for the current company, and then I must timesheet on my travel, and they must calculate it differently. So currently I'm in the travel mode, but I can click on start work and I can showcase that I arrived, and I will start to do what I need to do. I will do all my repairs, and basically I can click on the close complete, and I can provide here a general information, but I can ask my AI agent to generate a closure note for me, and it will generate the closure note. I can also set up to create new follow-up tasks, but I do not need this in this case. So the field service agent now closed the activity, and here you can see that the system automatically created timesheets for the work and time cards, and basically that this task is closed. But I can also sign and confirm that I did this activity, so I signed it, and everything is together currently. So this is what we can do in the field service agent, and that's it from the demo perspective. This is what I prepared to do. If we come back to the system, we would see that basically everything about the order task are completed, and the full sales procedure completed. So this is how we can showcase or how we can go ahead with our sales content. Yeah, and I will come back quickly to my slide decks just to share my final thoughts. Sorry, not this one, but this one. No, wrong screen. Yes, just a moment. This is why it's not good to have multiple monitors, but yeah. Now you can see my main screen again. So basically what I wanted to highlight and to understand or experience with this CRM implementation, that basically before you start your implementation, it's really important to understand that this is a value stream. So this is not just about how to support your sales agents, how to support order fulfillment, but you must understand all the roles around the full value stream. And this is where you should do something like a re-engineering, not just with the process, but with the responsibilities. Because what you would like to avoid to have too much login and log out. You just experience from the demo. This is the pure CRM functionality. But if I would use all the stakeholders here, I would need to log in and log out like, I don't know, 20 times just in the short demo period. So here I think you must streamline how you handle responsibilities and system actions. And it's really important that a lot of things what I did currently can be done by AI in the future or currently as well, based on the available plugins. So basically, this is what we can really what we must really re-engineer before the start. The second pitfall, what we see that is about the products and services, because just to build that catalog for your products and services and the possibilities of customization, it's really it can be really complicated. And just imagine the situation with the car manufacturer, like where you have thousands of little parts that you need to combine together. But this is what you must do during the implementation or before that, to have hierarchy and bundles for those products, and actually a pricing and a pricing system for that one, because that's really the most valuable thing for your sales and operation team when they are about to do their job, to have a clean set for those products and services. And it's really important as well to have all the items in a governance model. So we should have a life cycle for this. And the last one from this short setup, and that's the team. So ServiceNow partners can tell you or me or anyone that a guy with ITSM knowledge can set up CSM, like customer service management. Yeah, and that's true, because those are services with different type of services. But they cannot tell me that an ITSM related knowledge can implement successfully CRM tools, because you must understand the domain of the specific industry, and that you must have the domain knowledge. So what I would recommend here, that to staff your project with domain and platform pairing. So you should have, of course, the platform knowledge as well, but it's most important to have the domain knowledge for the industry from CRM perspective. And the good combination is one from this expertise and one from the other. So we should combine those together. And yeah, this is what we see currently. That's a really must to have item. And this is where we actually build our offering as well. So where we see the biggest potential here in this CRM delivery, that with our extended services, with resource services as well, we have the possibility to involve not just ServiceNow specific experts, but CRM specific experts for any project. So we could set up, or we could hire business analysts and process pros for setting up this cross-functional teams for the implementation. And basically, from more professional network, from more experts, we can deliver in 1 to 4 weeks any external who can help us really for the specific customer needs. And this is what we can understand from our architect's perspective, that what is the required specialty, what we must put onto a project. And this is how we can support our customer in implementations, but we can also support via this method or partners. So all ServiceNow partner who sees the opportunity to do the implementation for CRM, but they do not really have the team for this. Yes, we have this possibility to serve our partners, and we also have the possibility to help you, ServiceNow partners, in those cases where you are lack on resources. And the third offering is for this community around us. If you are a freelancer, if you would like to taste a CRM, If you are located in Europe, then that's your time to join us, and we are waiting for you. And basically, that's it for today. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for your efforts. Please fill up the form, and you can get our presentation later. And inside this presentation, I included some other slides about the key and core functionalities of CRM. So you will get this shortly after the webinar, and the webinar recording will be available as well later on. So thank you very much for your time. Help us with the forms to figure out what could be the next interesting topic, what we must cover. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and see you next time.